Okay, everybody, on from H&H. Back with my pet. This is Lingy the Lingcod. This one just came out of the water. Super fresh and beautiful. This is one of our fish that we have on the coast here in California. Really prolific fish up and down California coast, all the way north to Alaska, all the way down to Baja. You know, it's one of our West Coast favorites. They are allowed in the shallow water all the way to the deep water. They're a real crazy predator. Like, one of the best ways to catch a lingcod is with another small fish. They'll try to eat fish this size. Lingcod will eat a fish this big. They have their teeth are incredible. They're like cat's teeth, just super sharp, and they all point inwards. And their tongue has got little spikes on it and everything. They're just made to eat fish and attack fish. A really interesting thing about this fish is sometimes they're actually blue, sometimes orange or red, and it actually goes all the way through the fish. This one's not even completely blue. A lot of times the eyes are blue and the lips are blue. Everything's blue, like the color of this knife. But the really meaty fish, we're all kind of familiar with it in California coast, and it's like all sport fishermen love to catch it, and so do skin divers and the scuba divers. It's just one of our main fish in California. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the sides off this fish and break it down. So it's all meat pretty much, these fish. So meat up behind the heads. This one still has the sea lice that are actually alive. That shows how fresh they are. They will hurt you, but the knife goes in behind the head. I like to do a little cut here left to the belly, lets my knife lay fat. And whenever you're filleting, you go down to the bone, turn the knife sideways, get it started on that backbone. That's kind of the hardest thing, is get that little punch. And then if you're too deep, your knife won't want to go. If you're too shallow, you're going to go up, and they're going to miss a lot of the meat or cut out of the fillet. So it's a happy little medium, almost like a little turn of your hand here, whether you're too deep or too low. And then I like to load up and then punch through, and then right down that spine. You can feel it when it's going nice because it slides right out. Right along the spine, no meat wasted. And this is a beautiful turquoise looking fish. Amazing. You can, if you want, take the belly bones out, quick little cut. This, beep, and they come right out. Follow the rib bones right here. You don't miss much meat. And then voila, just like that, ready to eat. Cut up. I like to leave the skin on. Do a little scale, take some of the skin off. If you want to skin it, comes down here and you just push out and it takes the skin off. I'm not going to skin this fish or I'll leave it on because it's such a beautiful fish. But this is just an incredibly gorgeous fish. Flip it over, pop off this other side. Same thing, did that started. Slides along. The crow likes what I'm doing. Just slide it along here. Just look, this fish actually had an injury at one point in its life and it's healed. You really see some crazy stuff on fish where they've survived some pretty big horrific bites and attacks sometimes. Like, say, a little female with a little bit of roe, not quite ready yet. And usually there'll be something in these fish's stomach. In this case, it's really empty. Maybe that's why he bit the hook, or she bit the hook. But yeah, so great fish for fish and chips. Great fish to saute up. You can actually put it on the barbecue. It wants to be a little bit fall aparty, but any kind of cod recipe, any rockfish recipe, lingcod is the way to go. I have one recipe that I like to take fillets like this, put them in a piece of aluminum foil, put it down, put some nice cut shiitake mushrooms, maybe some any kind of vegetable you have around shiitake, some good squash. Make sure you cut it a little bit thinner. Onions, put it on the aluminum foil, fold it up nice and tight. You can put 2 pieces on if you want. You can actually lay it right on the coals if you want and let it go there probably about 20 minutes. Flip it a couple times, but you can also do it on the barbecue. It comes out good, or you can actually put it in the oven. But a really fun thing to take camping or whatever, because it's just all set. You got a meal in a bag there, and if it's good stuff, you can actually make soup out of the heads if you want to. There's a little bit of meat up in here. Pretty much all this is edible, but us Americans don't do much bone eating or head eating. But a really great fish. You can take the head off, take the guts and the gills out, and actually set this fish up. Gills would come out. I'm not going to do it right here, but put this into a pot of water, and you can put cheesecloth over it if you want to, or you don't have to. Cover it in water in a pot this big. Cover about this much. Cook it until it starts to fall apart. Remove the bones best you can. That's why it's cheesecloth. It's kind of good sometimes. And then reduce that water once you cut the meat off to about half once again, and you'll have one of the best fish stocks you could ever do. You can add your aromatics with it too. You can add potatoes and carrots like you would a normal stock. Add a little flavor to it. Or if you want to go the Asian route, you can actually add some ginger and some scallions and stuff like that, some chilies, and make an incredible stock. It's a really good fish for it. There's so much meat and good flavor in there. But yeah, I mean, what an incredibly beautiful fish.